Hey everyone, welcome to the updates for June 2017. I keep pushing these to the end of the month because I want to be able to watch KI Live and then kind of talk about it in these videos, because that's kind of what these videos are becoming. I talk mostly about KI Live if there's interesting things, and for this one, this month, the KI Live had a lot of good information in it, so I will be talking about that for a lot of the time. But here we go. So I'm on my Fire Wizard because Spike unfortunately did not join us for the end of Polaris with the finale, and the reason I didn't have him equipped was just because I forgot. I didn't realize during the entire video that I didn't have a pet equipped. Blue didn't realize it either, and I just unequipped him to be able to take a picture for a thumbnail on one of my recent videos, and then just forgot to equip him. Whole video, didn't notice. I was missing out on probably 20% damage, 21% damage, and some resist. So, you know, did it really matter? Not too much, but that's what happened. So Spike will be joining us for Mirage. We ended up finishing Polaris at level 113, almost 114. So we'll be 120 in Mirage pretty early on, but that'll be happening. So go check out the Polaris finale if you missed it. Go watch me, you know, defeat Rasputin without a pet. So yeah, pretty good. That was a challenge, right? I'm kidding. But today we're going to be talking about KI Live because they had a few good updates during that. We've had the test roam going on right now. I guess I'll talk about that in the beginning. But test roam came out this month. Pretty just sudden. It was just kind of a sudden test roam. I was like, oh, test roam's up. Like, I have no idea. And I looked at it. It's mostly PvP changes with the turn-based PvP. I put out a video of me just trying it. I wasn't, you know, like that prepared for it. But I just tried it out just to show you guys what it's like. PvP changes with the daily rewards and the new tournament mode, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. They kind of tried to fix the boosting, so that's one of the other big updates. They had some chat changes. They had the fishing update, which I'll be doing hopefully in a video during test run. We'll see how that goes, and then monstrology. So few updates here and there, kind of small updates. The biggest update is going to be the PvP update. And this update is good because it's what people have been asking for with turn-based, and I'm glad that they're trying this out. They tried out in the tournaments first just to see how it goes, and they even mentioned in KI Live that they might incorporate this into ranked. If they do, I hope they kind of split up so that you can decide if you want to go into a turn-based ranked game or just regular, so hopefully they can do that. But that seems like something that would happen in a while, like nothing this summer or anything like that. But for now, turn-based is going to be a tournament that you can enter if you want to, and you can do 1v1, 2v2, and even 3v3, I think. Maybe even 4v4. There might be 4v4 turn-based tournaments, so that's potential if you're into that, and I feel like it's a good system. It can work, but I don't know. For me, it wasn't the best. I mean, I'm not the best 1v1, you know, Storm, but I will be doing 1v1 on the Fire at some point. That's why I'm on the Fire right now, because once we get to 120 and we get, you know, some gear sorted with that, that could be fun. But KI Live this month started off with them just kind of talking about the test roam, and they even mentioned a few things that will be happening next month. So one of the things is a new bundle, which makes sense because they always kind of release two bundles together, and we had the Avalon bundle recently, and now they're going to release whatever the next one is. They didn't really talk about what it was, but they just said there's going to be a bundle. So I'm guessing this summer, so maybe next month, could be August. I kind of hope it's next month. Just, you know, why not release it during the summer? So they talked about that. They also talked about the new Wysteria Pack. So confirmed it is a pack, and it gives 3 spells. So what is that kind of, you know, what kind of indicator of a pack does that give you? Probably a lore pack, because lore packs have 3 spells that they are dropped from the pack. There's no mount that are in lore packs, but they do have some gear, which Tom was wearing during KI Live. So new Wysteria Pack, 3 spells. There's a life spell, an ice spell, and I think a balance spell. It's either balance or myth. I should have looked, but it's a new, like, updated Ninja Pig spell, and it's pretty funny. I mean, these spells are kind of trying to be like comical because Wysteria is kind of a, you know, like a funny world with like these pigs that are, you know, magical, and they have, you know, like wands and robes. So that's kind of what Wysteria is. That's what these spells are. So it's gonna be funny. And I'm not going to show pictures of the spells or anything like that, but they are the life spell, which is Pigsy, which is a life healing spell. This is the one I'm the most excited for because it's 4 pips and it does like 700 something heal to everyone on your team. So it's an AoE heal, basically like Rebirth, right? Without the shield, for 4 pips. You can use Primordial on this if you learn it, because from lore packs you can learn the spell and you can enchant them when you use them. So I'm 100% going for that on my life. If I don't get that on my life, then we're gonna have to do another pack opening, because once this pack comes out, you won't be able to craft it for a while, because I don't know if they're, or maybe at all, they might never add these to being craftable spells. They did add the Immortals lore pack spells to be craftable, so I'm hoping that they do it eventually. But, or I could just get it as a drop from the spell, so, or from the pack as a spell drop. So we'll see how that goes. But I will be opening the new pack on my life to hopefully get that. But then there's the ice spell, which I'm not sure what that one does exactly. I didn't really look at it, but it's kind of like a snowman and the pig. It's kind of like the woolly mammoth spell. Like there's the snowman that pops up and then the snowman just gets destroyed. I feel kind of bad for him. But you can really see the progression and the updates that KingsIsle has made to spells, like their spell creation process, and they look good. I wish they could go back and update all the other spells like that, but that would take a lot of time, and I don't know if they want to do that. But for now, this is what we got. 3 new spells that will be happening with the new pack next month, I'm guessing. It just makes sense for them to finish up this test roam, and then once test roam is pushed to live, they update the whole game, and then they put in the crown shop the new pack. So expect that probably next month. I've seen a lot of comments recently asking if I'm going to do more PvP soon, and I'm always open to doing tournaments, but it just hasn't happened. I feel like I'd be more likely to do some kind of 1v1 ranked, and I want to do it on my fire just because I feel like that's kind of what my fire is going to be like the best at, is 1v1 out of all my characters. I mean, think about it. My max characters are Life, Storm, and almost Fire. Life and Storm, not the best 1v1 there. I feel like Fire I would have like, the most fun doing 1v1 on that, because I have Burning Rampage. So I have like basically all the spells that you could want for that. So that'll be good. I want to do that, but we're gonna have to wait until we get to 120, so it might be after this summer, but I do plan on doing that at some point. So I'm not sure if there's anything else that was worth mentioning from KingsIsle. Probably just when they talked with Matt, who was like the guest during it. He did talk about some of the PvP changes and that they hope to add, like to listen to the community and add in things that people want. Turn-based was one of them, and it seems like they're trying to add more like kind of PvP modes, like no shadow spells, something like that. So they're listening to what people want, and I hope that it actually like happens at some point, but that seems like a ways off. I don't think they would be adding modes like that anytime soon. The other thing that I wanted to mention that they talked about, but they didn't go into detail during KingsIsle, was that KingsIsle is moving offices in Austin. I'm guessing they're staying in Austin, but just moving to a smaller building because they probably don't need the building that they're currently at. And I visited KingsIsle, and I would say their building is pretty big. They have like a lot of space that they could just throw a bunch of computers there, and they probably don't need all that space anymore. So it makes sense for them to move after the downscaling that they did. They don't need as much space anymore, so they're probably just moving just to save on the space, because they don't need that much space anymore, so they'll probably just save some money there with the rent. But I'm sure that's all it is. It seems like they're really kind of pushing a lot of content, like creating it now, because they talked about like they have a lot of things ready to go for this move. They're kind of cranking out a bunch of content, and then they'll be able to apply it as they're like moving, or like right when they're finished moving, so that they don't have like a break period where they're not able to post anything. I know people always say, like other YouTubers always say like, oh, Wiz is dying and all this stuff, but you might think that the game is dying because there's not as much players, but KingsIsle itself is definitely not dying, because they're producing more content for the game than they have in a while. I know in the past they've produced like 2 worlds in 1 year, but I'm glad that they've gotten onto a schedule where they produce 1 world a year, increase the level cap, put out a bunch of like smaller updates during the year as well, and they also create bundles, they create new packs. I mean, I don't know what else people could want. They're even updating PvP now, so yeah, they might be getting less players, but they definitely get an influx of players with each new update, or at least returning players. Like when the new world comes out, I'm sure they get a bunch of new players in October, November, so I'm sure they're doing fine. But they're moving offices so that they don't have to, continue to pay the same price for having less employees. That's basically what it is to me. So that's what's happening. I could do a whole video of me talking about, like, is Wiz dying? Oh my gosh, like, I don't think it is, but we'll leave that for a different time. So there you go. That's basically KI Live in a nutshell. Just kind of threw everything out there. And the big things were the new pack, the new bundle announcement, even though they didn't say what bundle it was, and that they're moving. That's a pretty big deal. So just a few things that we should see probably next month at some point with the new updates. So I'm excited for that. But that's going to do it for the Wiz news. So I'm just going to move on to talking about other things. The walkthrough. We finished up Polaris. We'll be starting Mirage soon on the Fire and Ice. Tara and I started our Death walkthrough. So that'll be good. She's live. I'm on my Death. And that'll be good. We've been posting that quite a bit in the beginning. We'll finish up Wizard City really soon. So expect that. Another episode probably tomorrow. So thank you to the support from people on that one. That's really nice to see that so many people are enjoying it. Because it's a walkthrough that I haven't done this kind of style of walkthrough before. With no dialogue. Kind of just focusing on maybe a little more edits here and there than I usually do. So I don't know. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's a fun walkthrough. And we'll see how it goes throughout the summer. But thanks for watching that, because you know it's really nice to see. Like, Tara and I really enjoy people's feedback on it. Other walkthroughs, we finished up Pirate, so we're basically just sitting waiting for a new Pirate update at this point. I mean, I've had my Max Witch Doctor for a while, and I would like to continue my Witch Doctor in a new world, but that's just something that's completely up to KingsIsle if they're going to do that. And I don't feel like the next update is going to be like a new world, but it could be. I hope it is, but I have no idea if it's going to be. But that's kind of how the walkthroughs are going, so go check them out, the new Death walkthrough if you haven't, because I think that's really exciting, and it's something that's worth your time. We're trying to condense the episodes down to be smaller length, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So hopefully more people can watch it because of that. That's probably going to do it for this video, just talking about the KI Live updates. And also, there's not going to be a KI Live next month. So the update video for next month will just be talking about some of the new updates that are happening to the game. Because I assume there's going to be some good updates next month. I'm excited for that. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching all my videos this month. And it's good to see some new people in here, so if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, because I've seen a few new people around, and I think we just hit 135k subscribers, so thank you to the new people that found my channel over the summer, and I hope you guys enjoy your stay. So if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. Like the video if you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time.